Hey everybody, I know it's a late night. It's one of those deals. Been gone. Went and did some stuff. Got back late, and it was youngest grandson's fourth birthday already. Yeah, 4 years old already. Holy moly, where's the time gone? Hi Daniel, how you doing? Happy Sunday to you too. Uh, yeah, I didn't know. It's been busy, busy, busy in the shop. you know, really bites not being able to buy stuff locally. You can look it up, find it, but nobody can get it for you. So you end up ordering online and have to wait. So that's where we're at with the engine stand, waiting for the last few little pieces to come in. Uh, got quite a bit done. No, nope, those won't work. Just found something laying here that might have worked for what I need that I'm waiting for, but oh well. So how's everything going with you? Hey, crazy. Went to the Clay County Fair in Spencer, Iowa today. I can't tell you, I was kind of disappointed. I don't know if I'll go back again because uh, just a second here. Sorry about that. Uh, anyway, yeah, went to the Clay County Fair and got rode around, and over half the people that I go up to see were not there this year. And usually the last day of that fair, it's packed. It's not the same anymore. So kind of disappointed about that because there was a guy that, uh, well, that's where I got this lube and that from Welding Supply. I was going to pick up a few things from him because it's cheaper when he's at the fair, and they weren't even there. They didn't even pack up early. I'm talking to a bunch of people riding around. They said, yeah, a lot of the old vendors didn't come back. So, oh well. I guess should have just stayed home and started the Sunday show on time. But had to go having some cake and ice cream with Riker, 4 years old. So anyway, we yesterday we got quite a bit knocked out on the LS engine run stand. I gotta let this charge a little. Yeah, it's just strange on how there's getting to be less and less with this stuff. Uh, I'll let this charge a little bit, and we'll go show the progress on the engine stand. Some of you that follow me on TikTok have already kind of seen, but yeah, it's getting there. It's down to get the new front harmonic balancer bolt, tighten torque the flex plate bolts. The way I got that set up, yes, I still can do that. And prime it with oil and finish making the wiring harness on it and get everything. Hey, Dave, how you doing? Get that on there. Then we should be able to have that thing running. Right, and everything plays nice. How's everything going down there in Indiana? That's good. Yeah, I went to the fair today and I decided to skip one of my pills, and I'm feeling it. I shouldn't have, but well, we'll make it up for it tomorrow. Uh, I didn't want to have to find a bathroom every 5 minutes while I was at the fair, so. Anyway, yeah, it's just weird weather. A week ago we were freezing, and this week we're back to can't dress still cool enough to stay cool. There's some storms going through, but they're moving north to south, which is kind of strange. So, you know, that we just yeah, and I forgot didn't plug this in from last weekend, so like I said, we'll get a little bit of a charge on and we'll check. My brother-in-law is really getting excited about that engine stand. He says it almost looks like he went out and bought it now. So that rev nut and that MIG drill have been the two best things that we've had. I can't talk. So I'm happy with it. So I did get good report from the doctor this week. I'm still down on weight. Didn't change any meds, so we're going to stay that way for until November 3rd. Then that's where we're going to reevaluate everything, I guess. So, what's everybody else been working on? Let's see, I don't know how fast this thing charges. And I don't have much in it yet, so give her a few more minutes and we'll go out in this main shop. What's kind of nice that had the AC shut off for a few days, then turn the heat on in here because it stayed about perfect in here. So, let's see. Oh, went to start the old tractor out here. It wouldn't start. It just no fire, no nothing. Couldn't get the carburetor to stop running through. Well, come to find out, the float was out of its position, and also full of gasoline. So that was kind of fun. Took my long reach torch and went outside and warmed it up because I'm like, it should be leaking out. The gas went in, but it wouldn't leak out. Hi, Jerry. Well, put a little heat to it, picked it back up. You can see where it was finally spraying the gas out. So I warmed up a little bit more, and saw her melted, and it popped and set the gas on fire. And yep, looked at it when that float was made, 60, 70 years ago. They didn't get her squeezed together even because you could see the ring around the float where it soldered, and I'm surprised it lasted that many years. Low oil pressure on 5.3. Well, it's either the O-ring gasket at the oil pump, a bad sensor, or you've spun a cam bearing. What year at 5.3? Somewhere. If we didn't lose it, where did I put that stuff? Uh-oh. Where did that go? My Tahoe is doing the same thing, but I've changed the oil in that, and I know it's not metal filings or anything. I'm pretty sure mine's either faulty dash gauge or the faulty sensor in. Okay, that's that guy's stuff. Oh, crud. Where'd that go? An 08. It isn't DOD, is it? I can't remember when DOD started. Brother-in-law's Denali was down here yesterday. He drove all over yesterday, and he went to leave, and for some reason we popped his hood. Oh, Yeah, I scanned his vehicle and it was saying number 8 had a miss. Oh, 9, okay. Uh, so I opened the hood and I'm looking and I'm like, that belt don't look right. I realized the belt was cut through the plastic air intake. I'm like, what the heck? So the water pump was being turned with the rib side, but the thing stayed at 200, 210 degrees. And I know we talked about putting a belt on his vehicle, but he didn't do it. But there sure looks like there's a new belt on it, and somebody didn't route it correctly. Well, I took the belt, we put it on the correct way it's supposed to be. He got a mile away from the farm and turned around and brought it back. It hit 240 degrees, and it's a brand new water pump and a brand new thermostat. And I looked at it again in the daylight and verified it. The belt's going the right way now, but now all of a sudden it's overheating. And I've been trying to twist it around in my head if the water pump was running backwards before. How did it keep it cool? So I don't know. Okay. That's not going to be fun. Anyway, that's why I was going to get up and look. Just a second. That's bugging me because I had that sensor and something else up here on the shelf. I was his. I don't. Damn. Found it. Okay. It didn't go off. It just got moved. Okay. Makes me feel better. Yeah. Okay. There's. Okay. Yeah. This is what I think is the problem. That sensor right there. So. Get that in and see if it straightens out with oil pressure. Because the Tahoe goes down and sets off the alarm. Low oil pressure, ding, 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 ding. But it's running fine and there's no metal in the oil, so. Excuse me, sorry. Well, we got enough people in here. We'll go out and talk about that and then we'll come back and sit down again. So, the engine stand for the LS. Like I said, some of you guys have seen some of the sneak previews on the TikTok. So, how many of you have it? So, okay. Well, there you guys go. Fuel tank. The start of the control panel. Have the MSD box out where it can get to it. Got our battery wires kind of ran. We're waiting for the ends to get here. Come out with a mount there for the fuel pump, coolant tank reservoir, because that's how you fill this radiator. It's a matter of that. And then we found some ceramic spark plugs for this. So it's getting closer. Sensor was replaced already. Ooh, then I'd be a little worried, but using Chrysler rubber radiator mounts. The one got lost, so we're waiting for them to show up so I can finish getting the radiator in position and get that welded up. We're going to be using cooling fans, and if that don't work, I'm going to put a shroud and a clutch fan on this to get it to work. So, I know we haven't done any more with the 305 yet. That's sitting there covered up. It's just been a lot of fabricating this week. Come on, fans, stay where you're supposed to. So, yeah. Oh, and on this side, we took right there is where we put the battery. Used the battery tray from the old Tahoe from the wreck. Beat it back flat, bolted that down. Like I said, That rev nut kit and uh, May drill have been two wonderful things. And yes, I know I sound like I'm out of air tonight because, like I said, I didn't take a water pill today and I'm feeling it. So, yes, 30 pounds at idle. If it's 30 pounds at idle, I won't worry about it. Now, if it's 30 pounds at, if you're at rule of thumb is 10 pounds of oil pressure for every 1,000 RPM. Hey, Matt, how you doing? Well, I know she went home. Yep. How's everything out there in good old state of Illinois there, Matt? Oh, you're pesky. Ouch, no claws. So, yep. So now that I found this, I'll have to put this in my Tahoe and see if it helps. If it don't, then I'm going to have to worry about the Tahoe myself because, like I said, it goes from 50 pounds of oil pressure to turning on the alarm. Ding, 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 ding. But we just put another 3 or 4. I put about 3 or 4,000 miles on it since I started doing that. What? I know you're a pest. Oh, and you know, one of our cats surprised us. No change in oil pressure with PS. Well, maybe you might want to give it an oil change since you're going to be taking the pan off. Pull the plug out, see how much metal you got on the plug. If you don't have any metal on your plug, then I'd say you got a bad O-ring. If you got metal on your plug, yeah, you might have a little bit more than what you want to mess with. Hot rod. So, last week we had that big cold snap when we set record lows. I think it activated the dang mosquitoes. They are out thick tonight. No metal. Well, then. Hey, one other thing before you get into that hot rod. Do any of your other gauges on your dash jump around or not, or don't read right? If that's the case, you might need to send your dash panel off to have it resoldered because the solder is what's creating the gauge not to work. So yeah, if you got more than one, no, if you got more than one gauge on your cluster goofing up or bouncing around, you probably need it to be resoldered, and that might fix your problem. So it may not even be in your motor; it could be your dash cluster itself. Because mine, I thought that was what was going on with the Tahoe, but I got in there with my scanner and did a gauge sweep, and they all maxed out and come back and did their job. So that's when I figured out the fuel sending unit in the fuel tank is what's wrong because it never goes full. It goes to half or 3/4, but never hits full. Makes it hard to gauge your gas mileage. So, another one of those things. You got to drop it. Well, it could still be a bad stepper motor. It could be no codes. Hmm. And what's it in? A pickup? I see out there west we've had some crazy weather earlier tonight or late this afternoon. There were some tornado warnings and heavy rain. O2 in history, and that's I think everything's got a O2 sensor in history. Let's see. Uh-oh. Just a second here. I've had a missed call. Sorry about that. Uh, yeah, that's about the next thing to say is that oil ring. Sorry about that. Sheila left and she lost something again. It's not in the fridge, but I don't know. Oh, been one of those weekends. But no. Well, up until recently, I've done high rod. When I'm done with those, before I torque them down, I would rotate the motor a couple of times, leave the bolts just tight, rotate them a couple of times, and those first four ain't ever had an oil pump problem. I spin the motor, let it center itself, and then finish torquing them down. I've never, on all the LSs I've built, I've never used the feeler gauge to do it. Haven't had any failure, so I it's here and there. It's up to you, but I'm not telling you not to. But I'm just as if Sean was here, he hates the 400 small blocks, and I've had good luck with the 400 small blocks. So yeah, having no lift is no fun. Is yours a 2-wheel drive or a 4-wheel drive there, Hot Rod? That's good. I don't know what you're going to do there before you did it. Oh, yeah. Being injured trying to do that? Yeah, that's not going to be fun. We'll sit by the door. You can see her. That's the only downfall. They should have used the high side bolt hole on the oil pump instead of the one they did, so you get that bolt. So yeah, I'm kind of anxious for the 5.3 to come to life. Kind of wish I had a metal brake. Well, things. It's kind of like with me and my back and my knees. And my knee must be getting time to have another shot in it because the other day I was bent over and had my hand resting on my knee, and all it did was go crunch, 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 crunch. I'm like, oh, not again. And I know it's getting tender now. If I bump it, yeah, it reminds me. Hey, guess what? We're still here. What, babe? Yeah, she got to be an outdoor cat for about 3 days, didn't you? You got out. You love me up in here, but outside you wouldn't come close to me to save your butt. Oh, 2-wheel? Yeah, you're lucky. You are lucky. Oh, my oldest grandson, he's pretty proud. He went out for football, and I guess they were losing yesterday, and he ended up scoring the winning touchdown. I guess he got the ball, and from the video, he is fast. They couldn't catch him, so he's pretty proud and happy. And then the youngest grandson turning forward, now he's trying to be Mr. Independent, doesn't want to help with anything. So I'm like, oh boy. Oh, hot rod, yeah. That's what my scare is, getting up and down off the ground. And I did get my pickup up on the back end of the trailer. The winch worked pretty good. Cable's not wrapped up like I want it to be, but we'll straighten that out here. But now I got the truck up to where I could be at a working height. I just got to figure out a floor jack or something that's going to work. Oh, wait. Never mind. I got my air jacks. Never mind. Oh, I've been thinking way too hard the other night. Mom Bear told me, she's, go lay down on the couch, go to sleep out here. So I did. So I was to the point where I could talk, I could think straight. And that's just because I could look at things in like this water pump issue and the Denali. I don't understand because the rib side was, I don't know how that, I don't even know how anybody put that belt on there. But you would have thought if that water pump was running backwards before, it would have overheated. But get the belt put on correctly, and then a mile it overheated. Bad. I don't know. When I learned to help with doing that when I'm laying down working above my head, I either take a couple of antifreeze jugs full of water, Use them like pillows under your neck. Makes a big difference. So how'd you manage to lose that? Hello? You sure you didn't stuff it in one of your bags? Where are you? Well, evidently, it was in there before you left, and now it's not. It's got to be in there. I gotta. Well, look, find your insulin. Find your insulin before you leave. She lost her insulin. I know the bag that it's in the yellow bag. Remember, she had it in the fridge. Yep, Sheila finally lost her mind. uh, she left. I looked in her fridge; it wasn't there, and she said, "I can't find my insulin." So, yeah. So I'll make her look in her car again. She said it was lightning off to the west here, so let's see what the map shows. Let's see. Uh, it's on. It's on the west side of the river. It's still out in Nebraska, so not even close. Hope she finds it. Because she's looking for her insulin right now. And she was driving. She just come back here to make sure she didn't lose it. Leave it here, and I told her it wasn't, but she is now going through her stuff trying to find it. So it's going to be a little bit. So you have to wait. Yes, she is planning on it. What's that? You haven't found it? Did you find it? Where was it? Did you take it since you found it before you forget? Take it. Yeah, take it, and I'll come out and help you get. Hi, High Water. I talked to him uh, there.
Yeah, I was stuck with him all weekend. Do you feel sorry for me?
Well, you're the one that lost your medicine.
I'm gonna change my hair color, okay?
Well, no, you can. You got to keep it blonde.
No, I want to change it to different color. I'm
No.
tired of being blonde. I forget things. Wait, I'll take
The last I seen something about Camper Mike, he was complaining about his phone acting up. So
Wait, I'm hanging around you over the weekend.
yeah, Lexi said hi. So
How much you take your home?
take your insulin. I'll come out and help you back out since it's dark now.
Right.
So yeah, I really haven't heard. Last I knew on Camper, he was pretty much bedridden. So let's see when the last time he was even on. Oh, well, let's see. Last time he posted something. Yes. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. No, I know. Sorry, guys. Yeah, but I'm sorry. Son of a. Camper died 3 days ago.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
Camper Mike's gone. He died 3 days ago, according to this wall.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'll give you a hug. He's in a better place, though.
I mean,
He's in a better place. He's in a better place. Okay? He's in a better place. You okay? You gonna be okay? Just let you know for that way. God.
it's going to get me banned with.
What? He's not. I got you. Okay?
Just so you guys know,
Love you, bye.
passed away.
He's not hurting anymore, though. He's in a better place. You gonna be okay? You gonna be okay? I'm gonna try not to hurt you, okay?
Just give me a sec. I'll be back in a couple of minutes, guys. I want to help her back out so she don't.
Back into
Uh,
a tree.
now we know who's been messing with us in the shop.
Camper.
Camper said he's going to come and all me. Weird things have been happening. Oh, son of a bitch.
I swear. Okay.
This one's for you, Camper. Fuck cancer. Be right back. Hey, don't forget this. You left it once. Sorry about that, everybody. I was just being nice and not bugging Camper because he said he'd tell me about it later, but oh, oh. I'm sorry, guys. He had so much he wanted to do yet. Well, that explains how the brand new nut to one of the nuts for the mounts for the MSD ignition all of a sudden showed up in the middle of the floor the other day. No idea how it got there because I opened the box and took the bag out that should have had all four nuts in it. Sure as shit, one of the bolts was missing. Thank you, John. I so wanted to meet him in person. I so wanted. Unfortunately, he didn't get to do his train ride or do his last couple of trips. They said probably be November, December. Last post I seen him made, he was bitching about his phone, the microphone acting up on his phone. So I figured I'd give him till now. Might explain the cross I seen in the sky tonight. Oh, what the hell is hope I got it. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see, but up right there, you barely see it. That white cross appeared in the sky tonight. Well, I guess he won't be deer hunting with his vehicles no more. Well, hopefully he's enjoying his time with old Iron Man Sean, Carolina Man. Who else have we lost? Sad that enough time's going by, I'm starting to forget names, but yeah, way too many. Oh man. I didn't see that coming tonight. I sorry everybody. Camper Mike's gone, Jeremy. According to his Facebook, the post he died 3 days ago. Yeah, Matt Camper's gone. Oh, well, I guess we're going to be finding out if it's true or not. He said he was going to come and haunt my ass. I might explain. I've been blaming stuff on another friend that died over a year ago and that, but is that why you've been sorry army the last couple of days? Is it? Especially him and Mama Bear. They and then Sheila, they all three would get up on me. I was hoping things would going to work out that we could make a quick surprise trip to him, but I guess thanks. Yes, she has been very. Let's see. Now I'm trying to think back 3 days ago. Let's see what 3 days ago. What was going on? Oh, let's see. 7th. That's the day you got out. And you want to come up to me for 3 days. The camper tell you to go outside and have fun, huh? Is that why you were such a little shit? But you wouldn't come to me. You wouldn't come to the grandkids. But Sheila come back, and you went 15 minutes. Sheila had a hold of her and had her back in the shop. Oh wow! He died on the 7th. Let me check something here. Let me check something. It looks like then. Oh, let's see. He died right after the live show last week, then, guys. This is the last I got from him, September 7th. I told him, I said, I'm live if you're free. He said, sorry, I didn't reply. I've been basically bedridden. And that was, I told him, well, that message was from last week. And I said, so you're not doing good now? This is the last thing he said to me. Can't get off the bed. We'll explain later. Sorry. I told him, don't ever be sorry for anything. It's the last message you got from me. And he's seen it. I'm sorry. As the saying goes, the good die young, and he was too damn young. Well, he must have really took a turn Sunday night. Yeah, tomorrow's not promised. A couple hours from now, I aren't even promised. And for Mike, I'm sorry, but there he was. That was him and his dog. So it looks like from the 5th to the 7th, he really took a turn. So well, for the one of you here, we'll try it. I know Camper would want the show to go on. I never thought I was going to live past 20, Matt. Anyway, no, Camper. Maybe that's why I've been busting ass this week and felt good about doing it. I don't know. But yeah, there's the waiting for the cable ends to get here so I can make. And I wish I had a metal brake box so I can make the control box, put the switches and toggles and everything and the relays in. Got a little fancy with the reservoir tank, made its own stand, and made the fuel pump mount off of that. And then down here, used the old Tahoe battery tray from the rack. And using Chrysler rubber mounts here. Going these things in my son-in-law brought home from work. These things here fit perfect. So we lost the one. We got a pair coming this week. So there's a lot of little things coming. I'm not going to go sit back in the corner. Just hold on a second. Try to set you guys where you guys don't fall. The way this thing is, and like I said, I got the MSD box mounted. And one of these nuts, like I said, some of you weren't here, it was laying right there on the floor. The shop vac sucked it up. I thought, well, that's gone. We shut off the shop vac. I fell out of the shop vac here. And after we made this mount and put that on, I opened up the box. All 4 of those nuts should have been in that plastic bag. Sheila was here. My brother-in-law was here. And who else was here? Oh, my cousin was here, Roger. And that nut, I opened up that box and it wasn't in there. It was on the floor. So, oh. Thank you. I said after we get this motor running, I'm going to get it all painted. I will go outside. I got one of those Harbor Freight pop-up tent things and painted that. So the paint I'm using on that damn thing gets all over everything. So I don't know why I got a dark spot, but That makes my first engine stand kind of look crappy. The mom bear even said something. And it's too bad I couldn't get busy building these stands and selling them, but I'm just a little guy. I can't compete with the big company. So, but well, I guess God's taking a lot of angels home this week. Kind of makes you wonder what's going on. I guess Mama Bear's going to be down to cut Christmas light wires by herself. Is that what you've been trying to tell me? Yeah. You know what Camper Mike would say about you? Uh-oh, there he goes, stroking his pussy again. Yep. Camper was ornery that way. Just a second now. There you go. That, oh. Other projects, 305, I just got to have a day where I can move stuff out of the way and get it to the door, fill it up with water, and run it, finish breaking it in. Like I said, that might be this week's project to finish up the 305 now. And then as the small stuff gets here this week, uh, to put the terminal ends on the cables and that. And like I said, I'm trying to figure out how to make a box, the control box, and put on there because the control panel's going to be in front of the radiator this time. Now, I'm not. I'm kind of come a little more self-conscious. I don't want to be actually standing behind or next to a motor anymore. That's why the old engine stand is going to go under some modifications to uh, I don't want to speed up the process of getting off this damn marble any faster. And the pickup, like I said, is up on the trailer. Now I just got to get drug up here and get it sitting on level ground and jack it up and replace the brakes and get them bled. I found the caliper bolts again, so that way I got a pickup for the winter. Well, when I run the throttle, I'm standing right next to the motor. And on the first one, I don't have a bell housing or nothing over that. The LS, have built it with a bell housing. Took the front off a 4L60E transmission and made it so it'll pivot and get out of the way so I can lift the motor up and down. Uh, and I got to reduce the fuel line coming out of that fuel tank down to smaller. And I still might have to put a fuel pressure regulator gauge. Ugh. Well, this one I'm building now, and you see the way about I'm doing it, since it's all bolted on, if I don't like it being in front of the radiator, I can make it go back in the corner like I did on the old engine stand. So I think I'm going to like it better out front, especially with the box. Heaven forbid one of the motors let loose. The box is out in front and shouldn't get drenched or destroyed. So, and then actually, depending on how it goes, I might actually end up rigging a hand throttle so I can stand in front of the motor and even rev it up. Ah, man. Question for you guys. Camper got to see his tack out of the package, but he never got to see it be used. Do I use it or do I just put it up and... I'll use it because he was so happy that it was finally going to get used after all these years. Oh. Oh, yeah, I'm going to have it facing slanted so when I'm in front of it, the back of the motor will be away from me. So, which that also means I got to figure out the oil pressure line, what I'm going to do there. You're right, Matt. It's going to get used. That silver nut, though. Huh. Oh, you're right, Hot Rod. You're right. About ready to rip the 377 out from under the bench, put it on the, throw the 305 off to the side, put the 377 on the run stand, and break it in with that motor because he liked that motor. Kind of explains why things have been off this week. You're right. At least you got to know I've got my weight going the right direction and my health is somewhat improving. So hey, oh, oh man, Camper Mike's the one that talked me into doing the first long 3 hour long live show years ago. Cam- Camper talked me into doing a lot of things. I really think if him and Mama Bear would have got together, there would have been some serious Christmas light cutting going on. Oh, oh man. The cars in the background out a lot of one's the Camaro and some of them are the trucks that was supposed to did have a the YouTuber. I got another. Oh, those. That's Rock Auto orders. Yeah, I started gathering them up over the years, and after I got this refrigerator, I started putting them all up there. So yeah, one of these days I'll get this all cleaned up and get the seat back in the Yukon. And so I'll have to show them off. But yeah, that's the Rock orders over the years. And there's been some orders that they got gypped on and didn't get any. And yep, they're the maintenance. Like this one is the newest one I just got. Series 15. Yeah, that's the newest one I just got the other day. I think just maintenance. So, hey, Sean, it's been up and down night tonight because somebody asked on Camper Mike, and I went and found out on his page he passed away 3 days ago. So, it's confusing. 3 days or last Sunday night after the live show. And showing off what I got done on the engine stand. So what's going on with you, Sean? Thanks, Sean. A couple of weeks ago when he didn't show up, he goes, I watched the replay. He says, I'm kind of the life of the party, ain't I? And I'm like, it's okay. So, I was really hoping he was going to get to take his train ride. He was so much into the trains and that, and they did have that lined up for him. I think that was going to happen here in another 3 weeks because they didn't expect him to go until closer to November or so. But I guess the last time I talked to him, I knew something was up, but just didn't want to face it. Anyway, my brother-in-law is really impressed with my welding skills and my fabrication skills and how I'm making stuff to work for this. 'Cause this engine stand here, basically, you can take out a bunch of bolts and take wheels off it and pack it in the crate about 14 inches tall and about, I suppose 20 inches wide. I can't remember what I made it wide. Uh, so if I had to, I could stick it in the back of a Yukon and haul it somewhere and go set it up and run a motor somewhere or something. But my grandson's been interested on it, so hopefully maybe I got him hooked on a little on heading towards being a mechanic. But good news is he run the winning touchdown in for his first football game ever yesterday. So unfortunately, I ended up missing that. But otherwise, yeah, been cutting. A little old Sears Craftsman saw that I got to look at his name. Oh my God! Some of you guys will remember him. Joe Chop Shop. That's it. Been using that little metal saw I got from him years ago. Got her working pretty good. I know. So it's been cutting pretty good. So I've gone through one blade with it. Oh, jeez. Maybe I don't. Okay, maybe I don't need this after all. There we go. So, okay. Maybe I don't need that after all. Yeah. Yeah, I can't even hold on to this. I got it shook up now. It's, I don't think I dare open it because it's foaming. Oh, okay. Yep, that's great. I've been using my grape and apple juice here lately to help keep my systems going because I think I'm starting to figure out with my gallbladder and pancreas. Grape drink, yep. uh, I run that through my system for a couple of weeks, and then it seems like my system calms down. So Yep, grape drink from the old Dollar General. Well, hell, since camp right here, he was. Wow, I'm gonna wonder where I got to send all that used motor oil and greasy one for over the. Let's see where the blood sugar is. So I sat down with them. Place your bets. Let's see. 1-4. Hey Wayne. Yeah, that's better than what I started the show. Not as good as what I want, but it's going down. I'm running a little high, so but it's under 200, so I'm happy. So yeah, old man, I'll have to get out the old grease cans that I was going to send to my camper. uh, oh, which means I gotta get in there. Oh, wrong box. Wait. Oh no, did he? Oh, buddy. Uh, huh. My blood sugar, as high as it got once, Matt, I was at 603. Don't ever want to go there again because right here in your wrist, they go in there and check your blood gas. I was at 603. He says you got 20 minutes to get that down. Otherwise, we're lifelighting you out of here because when your blood gas goes over 600, or the blood gas, your diabetes goes over 600, and your blood starts gassing, you ain't got long to live. So I don't ever want to do that again. The lowest I've set, I think my lowest I've set for a record now is 40 or 47. So, yeah, I didn't think I could get that low, and I've done it a couple of times. So, yeah. And I went to the county fair with my cousin and Sheila. Mom Bear didn't think she could walk it, so she stayed home, which is fine because actually she didn't miss out on much. The fair was kind of a disappointment, and the only thing I did today is I skipped the water pill because I didn't want to be looking for a bathroom every 15 minutes. I wanted to go enjoy the day, so I'll make up for that tomorrow. I'll take 2 pills, and that'll get me back on track. So, 80 to 120 is where you're supposed to be, according to the U.S. numbers. So my A1C is down to 6.6 and falling. I've never been that low. A guy that's half my size, and I just checked his A1C. He's 7.9 and smaller than me. I'm like, what are you doing? So, and after the doctors finally realized my A1C is going down, they were like, well, you are eating better. I've just been telling you guys for that for a long time. So, that'd be cool. I haven't gone to swap meets in a long time. As somebody told me, .880 block, yeah. So how you been, Wayne? I've sure got a lot of compliments on my little voice assistants there. Assistant. Uh, that's been a handy piece of metal fab I've done. I don't know if I got any 880 blocks left or not. Have you been following my LS engine stand bill, Wayne? Or I know you kind of. I don't think you're on TikToks much. I've been posting on there because I get. It's been hard for me to pick up the camera. To tell you the truth, guys, I just got to get back into it. But this LS engine stand's coming along pretty good. Yeah, I haven't worked on. I haven't even gotten close to Camaro yet. And trying to get stuff done, and because as soon as this LS is running on the stand, the orange one here that we've had in the background for years, that's going on the stand and going to get run and broke in and make sure it's all good and that. And then Yeah, Matt. I've got some on the camera. And sometimes they don't realize how much time it takes when you have something up that you lose. Oh no, that's no fun there, Wayne. Wait, since you don't do that here, Wayne, I don't know how long you've been in here tonight, but there's the old run stand, the old reliable. Here's engine stand 2.0 with about 500 revisions along the way, but got a fuel cell, got the MSD mounted, electric fuel pump down there, got the coolant reservoir so I can fill it up. It's definitely above the highest point. And then over here, put the battery here, and around a negative cable to the motor, negative cable to the frame. You got the starter solenoid mounted down here. Just trying to keep everything away from the hot exhaust and that. And so the mag drill, the rev nut, before mag drill has been a blessing. And those rev nuts, it's just nice. Very nice. So oh, you ballooned up the torque. Ooh, that's not good. So if everything goes right, knock on a piece of wood here. If everything shows up this week, possibly next Sunday show, we can bring that 5.3 to life. So that's if I figure out how to get my control panel made. I've got in my head how I want to make it, but I'm trying to think what I've got around here that I could make it with. So I think the last pieces for that are supposed to show up by Thursday. So that gives me Friday, Saturday, and Sunday next. Well, it depending on when the parts get here, it may be next Sunday night. Because we got another project coming in too. So yes, that's why I'm trying to get the old Farm Model H going. Oh, that's what I was going to show you guys. Got the carburetor part for the Farm Model. Probably should have bought a new rebuilt one, but yeah, that's not going to happen. But looking back at this old float here, you see the parting line here. Nice, thick, white solder. Then all of a sudden it narrows down to hardly anything. Yeah, needless to say, the float was full of gas, but it wouldn't leak. We shook it, we laid it here. My leak, so I took my long little gas torch, warmed it up a little, put pressure on it, and down here where it was thin soldered, that's where the gas was coming out. So I warmed it just a little bit more. And I guess if you guys ever want to see what a float looks like on the inside, it's got gas in it. Make sure you go outside. Because I told my brother, well, we're going to go outside. And he's like, why? I says, you'll see. We went outside and warmed her up and soldered it loose, let all that gas out, and well, it lit. It's gas. So, yep. I suppose, and I find it interesting when they solder these, there's a little bitty hole there that they fill after they solder them. So when they heat them up to solder them, they need to heat the escape so they don't blow apart and then solder the hole. So the old boy that made this float probably 60, 70 years ago. Didn't get it quite right, but it took 60, 70 years for it to fail. So, yeah, the old the old choke levers rusted up. Figured up that tractor's been sitting on this farm for about 40 years because I'm I'm a little older. Well, the tractor's older than me, but it's been here for 40 years. It's sat outside. It's never been inside. And then since this spring, when I used it to when I wanted to use it the other day, that carburetor rusted up. I don't know what happened there, but it's been sitting in the Vaporous. So, and I guess if I destroy the choke rod now, I don't have to worry because the kit's coming with a new one, a new throttle plate, all that's going to be replaced. So, got carburetor rebuild, and I got to rebuild the electrical system, and then I got some electrical stuff that's coming that I can basically rewire the tractor and hopefully uh, get it to where she starts on command. And if it does, drain out the old rear end because anybody that's had a Farmall H or Farmall like that, those old tractors, they're always full of water in the rear ends. Get that drained out before it freezes, and actually probably drain it out and put some new lube in it. And maybe this winter I'll be able to start her up and push snow with it. So nope, they don't make them like that anymore. So you're not lucky. Yeah, we'll see how it goes with this whole Farmall tractor. Yeah, I am hoping too because well, if everything gets here Thursday early enough, I do have Thursday, Friday, and then all day Sunday. Then I can stay awake because oh well, actually next Sunday. Oh, that would be kind of cool. Bring it to life on Mama Bear's birthday next weekend. So her birthday's next weekend. So yeah, there's Miss Forgetful. I guess I'll be looking for a new admin because Camper Mike was one of the admins down here. So Oh, she's having trouble with her phone. Her phone's acting up. Well, oh, yeah, that's what I told my brother. I said, see, like the days yesterday, it was beautiful out. I said, well, if we get the cement slab out here in front of the shop, a lot of this. He goes, and now I see why you got everything on wheels. I said, yeah, just think we had the cement slab outside. We could have pushed everything out and had a whole big shop area to work. And then when we get done, roll it all back in. He laughed. So that is kind of one of my plans to get a cement slab in front of the shop and possibly that some old semi trailer. Wayne, the reason I built these stands is I got tired of people saying, "Oh, this is leaking, that's leaking, this is the." So I went, no, no more. They're going to be run and running, and all the valve, everything. There will not be a leak on these things when they leave, and it's worked out pretty good. So, I mean, this engine stand here, other than like the fuel pump, the ignition system, that's all used stuff, right? And I think it kind of hit my grandson. You know, everything's sitting on that engine stand right now, including the motor. I have had my hands on every single piece that's gone to that stand, that metal, and that's where this comes in handy too. Notice, use uh, new metal scraps, but it later got around got rusty. That's where this Eastwood sander come in. That there, shine it up, makes it look like brand new again. So all salvage metal. Oh yeah, the slab. Yes, yes, it would. Because if I had a slab there, I would get my cherry picker out and then put an air over hydraulic cylinder on it, so I don't have to sit there and stroke it all day to get a motor up in the back of a truck. There, now it's working, Sheila. So I could even do that. Have a loading dock height where I could just roll that off the slab into the back of the truck and go somewhere with it. Hi, Tripper. Ah, had to restart your phone. Okay. Oh, well, thank you to everybody that's hung around. I know this wasn't quite the show I thought it was going to be. Going to talk about the 305 and the run stand a little bit more. bounce some ideas, but it is what it is. It's fine, Sheila. It's fine. But as for that new nut for the MSD box, I'm going to blame that on Camper because it fell out of nowhere. I heard it. I seen it hit the floor and didn't think nothing of it. And like I said, we was back. I thought it was a piece of shavings from the drilling we were doing. And vacuum sucked it up. I thought, well, that's gone. I won't know what that was. Shut it off, and I heard tick on the floor again. I'm like, huh. Then open up the MSD box to get out the bag because I did thread the plate, and then I put the nuts on the back as a jam, and open up that plastic bag, and there's 3 nuts in there, and that nut that we found on the middle of the floor in the middle of nowhere, same freaking nut was what was in the bag. Yeah. Yeah, one of our house cats surprised us with another litter of kittens. She never showed. She didn't act like she was pregnant. Yep, got 4 little cute little kittens. So I gotta get a shed out here fixed up for the cats to live in. Start migrating them. Oh, all right, cats. You need to get to work in here. I just seen a mouse run across the door. Got no. Maybe I was a moth. Never mind. Never mind. You're good, cats. It was a moth. I was gonna say, come on. I'm doing, Sheila. I'm doing. The kittens at the house definitely are mousers. They made mom bear gag the other night. She got it away from them, threw it outside, and they're like, ah. The We got one that looks like a gizmo, and it was eating a mouse. And these guys are a little over 2, 3 months old, and they're mousing already. And he's like, mom, you're not getting that away from me. It went running upstairs so it could eat the mouse it caught. Uh, so, and the mama cat outside, she's the first litter she let die in here, all but one. We saved one, and she's doing great. She's got them taught to eat up here. She's hunting and bringing them stuff. So she turned out to be a good mama cat. So, well, everybody, thank you for hitting the 2 hour mark. I think I'm just going to kind of sit back and relax and do some thinking. And I don't know. I think everybody that hung through with the night I've been. Sorry for being an emotional wreck, but I didn't see that coming. Oh, yes, I missed that, huh? How's it? I didn't even see what happened. Yeah, we'll be here on Sunday night yet, I guess. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what she's talking about here. I don't see it, Sheila. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Crazy. Oh, okay. See you, Sean. Everybody have a good week, and we'll see what this next week and next weekend brings. So, thanks, everybody. Talk to y'all later.